Snooty. Well, then he tried to impersonate an employee so he could attack the disabled. I still wish to press charges. Store security. Ma'am, he says this stroller is Snooty. This is not his wheelchair. It's not a wheelchair. If she owned it, she knows it's not. Also, if it was hers, why does she have my wallet and prescription list in the basket under the seat? That shows why you're not the owner. There's no basket under the seat. The store security politely helps up her daughter out of the rollator onto a bench seat, walks over and flips the seat up, revealing a little basket, which contains my wallet and my list of prescriptions at work.
Kikay, bakikay. Katatapos ko lang kikay. Kainis, Ma'am Delfina.
Store manager and store security proceed up the staircase to the manager and security offices. They are gone for about 20 minutes and then come back. Store security informs Snooty that the incident was all on camera.
Tuwad dyan. Baliw. Irene, Inday, ang dami mong intre.
But it's cut off when an ambulance crew arrives, followed by the local police. The ambulance crew get the gurney prepped for me with the backboard neck brace. Not that I needed it.
Give me share.
Make sure I'm extra stable and take it in to see if I have anything wrong with my neck, back.
Harang.
They get me loaded and I'm waiting.
Kikay.
The police come back from the offices and ask me what I'd like to do. I can be a forgiving guy, usually given my mood and circumstances, but I was still hurting in utter disbelief of what this lady did and peeved off beyond all feeling. I let her have it. I told
Magbaba mo na ako ng ano.
charges for assault and battery if I
Saglit
did,
ha.
as well as theft of my rollator and my wallet. I'm not sure what all happened to the lady, although I know she didn't help herself out. As I was being rolled out the doors on the gurney, I saw her break away from the police, take a defensive stance, and then she started flailing and smacking the officers with her purse and arms, as well as kicking their legs with her pricey name brand pumps.
Umuisuot yan, wala. Waka-waka. Tira ulo ka. Waka-waka. Tira ulo ka talaga, bakikay ka. Kailangan hapin ko muna si ano. Share. Share GC at itb. Ayun. Yung usok ko, nakikita ko. Huwag kang mag-inggit dyan. Tinanggal ko na. Irene.
Whether they think I work somewhere or not.
Irene
It's not a
Marie.
big deal, and usually it's not even remotely memorable when it happens. But this particular instance makes me chuckle still. Why
Kikay si Silabo ganyan. Bukya pa mo kung mukha ko. Hindi, Irene.
As I was trying to find the ones I liked, I could hear a conversation between two women to my right. They were speaking Spanish, so I couldn't really tell what they were saying.
Kalang ha, maghanap muna ako ng video ng ating mga sponsor para makikita talaga nila na ano, makikita ko pati.
She comes over and very sheepishly asks if I'll grab something off the top shelf. She and this older woman couldn't even have been 5 feet tall, so getting up there would have required a ladder, or, as it happens, a tall, awkward white girl. No biggie, I stroll over, grab the thing, which turns out to be hot dog buns, and hand it over. The older lady says thank you in English, but the moment I smile and start to walk off, there's a rapid stream of Spanish, and the young woman goes,
Mabuti yan, Kex. Panalo kahit saan. Ganon ba? Wala waka-waka. Sige, sulat mo dyan. Bukya kahapon yan eh.
Something I don't catch, but it's kind of long-winded. The young woman nods. She needs a party? Older lady. C. Yes. Me. Oh, cool. So I grab as many as I can standing normally, then go on tiptoes to grab a few more that she needs. She puts them all in her basket, tells me thank you again, then turns to the young woman and says something. The young woman looks awkward and replies, at which older lady goes, oh, and says something else. Me. Huh? Young woman. She thought you were a worker here and wanted to apologize for bothering.
Congrats.
Me. It's not wearing anything.
Gusto mo mag-sponsor kay Mayang 500, pwede, tas 100 WH off na ba?
I hope your party goes well.
Waka-waka.
Thank you. So yeah, nothing terribly.
Jen Prado, miga-miga love, shout out pasali ako dyan. Sure. Puntahan mo yung binaba ni Bula na Mayang.
This isn't quite the typical life.
Kailan mag-release ate? November pa ako, Inday. November 19.
I love this South. So I was in the service line at my local grocery store to get a money order because it is far cheaper than the bank. The line is very long, so I take out my
November yan sa mag-run release waka-waka. Ayan na, yung una nating sponsor.
I obliged him, and he stepped out of line a bit, but I could still kind of hear the conversation.
Sali ka, Jen.
The person on the other line was furious.
Susulat ko yung binaba ko ngayon, ha.
It was a quick conversation.
Una. After kay Bishi. 20 ka na lang, uy. Oo, 20 nga. Kasi 19, di ba, kay Juby? Ay, Juby ba, 20? November 20.
It was a grouch-sounding man on the other line asking me where I was. Quite rudely, I may add. I told him I didn't work for him and hung up because I was driving. Mistake number 2. Later, when I'm at my job at the library, I keep getting calls from the number. I work tutoring students, so I ignored the calls, but they kept going. Finally, I pick up, and our conversation went like this. Me, stop calling. I do not work for you. I'm at the library working with students and can't keep bothering with my phone. Boss, why on earth are you at the library? You need to pick up this for me now. Me, I do not work for you. Boss, you won't if you keep it up with this behavior. I just hung up and blocked the number at that point. I couldn't deal with
Ano, waka-waka, sponsor na, oy, para flex channel mo. Si Juby na din. 20 ako, Irene, 20. Pwede naman ako mag-adjust, wala naman problema yan.
Welcome to r/out-of-work here, lady, where we share stories about folks that are mistaken for employees. And the first story is, what do you mean I walk like an employee? It was a chilly day in late fall, and I bundled up against the cold. Where I live...
Sisikoy, Arcelia Brillo, Miga Love, shout out. Thank you so much sa imong pakulay-kulay dyan. Team Love, love you. Thank you, Sisikoy.
Like, achoo! Then a rumble, then whoop, snow. Anyway, onward to the story. I'm shopping with my...
Sige, sponsor ako, ate Mayang. Nag-advise ang bruhang kikay. Sige, salamat, Inday. Ano yung sponsor mo, Inday? Salamat si CRCL. Ayan naman yan, Yahoo!
Excuse me, I'm talking to you, and I don't appreciate being ignored. This delightful hack-laden screech is delivered at high speed.
Kikay ganda, sabi. Yung sinabi ko nga, si Raulo ka talaga, hindi pa nga nagsabi yung mag-sponsor. Maganda yung sa kanya galing, ikaw talaga, Bakikay.
Standing behind me is a blonde, legally blonde stunt double wannabe in 6-inch stilettos, hair held in place with a mountain of hair gel, carting around a giant purse that, contains a pint-sized rat dog. Glass or two reader, and she's chewing on gum.
Kaway, Ma'am Irene. Susulat ko, Inday Irene, yung sinabi ni Kikay. PM ko na lang ha, yun, di ba? Nakaya naman yung ano. Sabi na nga niya yun, advice.
What do you mean you don't know? Lady, I'm wearing a black hoodie. I'm not wearing a uniform or a name tag. I'm standing right next to a grocery cart with my purse. Before you came over...
Isa-isahin ko na pagbaba dito sa isang cellphone para makita ko yung mga bakas. 500 daw at 100 WH. Sige. Sulat ko kasi dito. 500 daw. 500 at 100 na. WH. Okay, copy. Yung mga sponsor, bigyan mo na lang ng 20 interest mo yan para masaya. 20 lang? Eh, paano kung parating nagpupunta? Traulo.
We walk away, and I can hear her complaining into her phone about how rude some people are, and they don't deserve to work for a big box store. I don't think it actually registered that I don't work.
Naku, wala na tao, isa lang.
Mistaken twice, fired once. It's been a long day with no coffee and little sleep, and I usually take a bus home, but they were shut down for some reason this time. I wasn't mad. It would just take an extra 20 minutes to walk home, and I've been trying to be more healthy. On my way home, I passed a Home Depot that's only about 10 minutes from my house, and I remembered that I needed some screws for a shelf that I'm repairing. So I would just stop in and grab it and go. How wrong was I? The store I work for has an orange shirt and khakis as the uniform.
Dalawa, kayo nga, dalawa. Wala nga, isa lang dito nakalagay. Bumbimban, si Bumbimban.
Which are about halfway down an aisle. At the front of the aisle, a 60-something-year-old woman cleared her throat, and I thought nothing of it. I kept walking and she started snapping. Once again,
100 peso, tsaka 100 na
Hey you, be in the orange shirt. I
Gcash.
finally realized she was talking to me. It was simply a call. How do people talk like this?
Baka nagpa-entry. Baka.
Finally, I get your attention. These stores are just going downhill. Hiring ace like you here. Now tell me with a 10 by 20 board.
Ilan nga yung sa'yo, guys? 50 WH?
What the heck did you just say to me? What the heck were you even talking about?
Kikay, 50 WH.
Expect no less. Where the heck are the 10 by 20 boards? I'm the manager's wife. I could have you fired. Me, I do not work here.
100 na.
I feel sorry for the guy.
100 na, 100 na pala. Yan na, 100 sinulat ko. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next!
You can F right off. At this point, I just stopped responding and walked off to get my screws. She finishes her rant, cursing me off as I walk away.
Saan ba kayo nag-comment? Hindi ko nakita dito. Di pungal man. Oy. Kami na lang ni Kix magpapa-entry. Panalo na kami, ha.
He is crazy manager, and I'm me, crazy manager. Hey you, stop right there. Come talk to me.
Ayun na, nakita ko na si Irene.
Yes sir, crazy manager.
Yo, nakita ko na. Nakita ko na si Kikay at si Irene.
At this point, I just decided to have fun with this. Me, I'm sorry sir, I've had a rough day. First I lose my name tag, and then a rude customer called me a B. I'll be better next time, I promise. Crazy manager. You know the rules here. The customer is always right, especially if it's my wife. Don't bother coming in tomorrow. You're fired.
Plus, pa-entry ni Mayang, lami-lami kami. O, di ba? Oo, nakita ko na, Inday. Nabasa ko na. Saglit lang. Maglagay lang panibago. Sino ba sunod? Sunod-sunurin ko lang dito, ha. Sunod-sunurin ko. Si Lucky. Di naman pwedeng ibaba ko muna yung ano nyo, eh. Kayo lang naman dalawa dyan.
The third story is, it's a costume. No, really. My office had a Halloween-themed sales event today where everyone had to come in costume. Since I don't usually otherwise dress up for Halloween and didn't want to burn money on a single-use costume, I asked a mechanic friend if I could borrow one of his jumpsuits from work, and he obliged. This was good both because it was a free costume and because it had a comedic element. Anyone who works with me knows
100 million sa akin. Dami ko din kasi entry nun. Oo, ang dami nga.
So I was at the bus stop on the side of the road in my costume, and a frantic woman.
Number 2.
FW equals frantic woman.
Uy, nabuang, hindi ko man nalagyan ng number 2.
My car broke down and I have no idea what's wrong. I'm headed into work and really can't wait for a tow. Would you mind taking a look? Me? Oh, sorry, this is actually just a costume. Frantic woman. Do I look like I was born yesterday?
Di kasi ako marunong nito cellphone na to na. Iinis ako eh.
Frantic woman.
Plus ka bom, mega love, shout out, tamsak harang ate. Irene Marie, o di ba mga gwapang imong viewers plus entry ni.
Frantic woman. A mechanic who's never owned a car?
Maodyo din day.
Me. I'm not a mechanic.
Iyog saba. Ayog saba. Plus ka bom, good morning, kaya mo yan, Mayang. Ang hirap tong cellphone ko, nakakaasar eh. Gigigil ako eh.
Frantic woman. That's beside the point. Are you gonna help me or not? Me. I can't. I'm not a mechanic. Frantic woman. I'm not stupid. Me. I didn't say you were stupid. I said I'm not a mechanic.
Kikay.
Frantic woman. I'm gonna call your boss and tell him all about this. You better believe I'm posting it on Yelp too. Me.
Ito yung tapos ka na ha kay ano sis Agnes. Tapos kay Inday kay Inday
Let me see where you work.
Irene.
My buddy's company logo is on the back of the suit, and his name is embroidered on the front.
Irene Marie.
Whatever, fine. Frantic woman dies. Puts it on speaker. Frantic woman. You have 2 seconds.
Team ganda! Uy, naigwapa ni Apil. Sabi ni Lovely Rich, mega love, shout out. Lase, may unang entry ka. Punta, una natin is Agnes Balo.
Your mechanic won't help me get started. Buddy's boss. Ma'am, are you sure you've got the right shop name? We don't offer roadside assistance. Frantic woman. Well, I didn't call for roadside assistance. But
Pangalawa na po yan. Binaba ko dyan. Pangalawa na po yan.
Man, mechanics don't have to do anything outside the shop or off the clock. You want a roadside assistance recommendation or frantic woman? You don't understand.
Naadi gwapo Inday. Naigwapo yung Apil.
Man, I wasn't doing anything. He's just standing, refusing to help me. First of all, bold-faced lie. I've rarely seen an adult lie so shamelessly out of nowhere. Second, if I just ripped her off $20, why would I still be there? It wasn't even a well-conceived lie. Buddy's boss. Oh, well, we can't have that. You're sure it was one of my guys? Did you catch his name tag? Frantic woman.
Paano ba Alvin Marinas, mega love, shout out.
My buddy Mike. Nah, boss, what's up? Buddy's boss.
Paano magdalawa maglagay sa cellphone kaya hindi ako marunong eh.
Buddy's boss hangs up and I just
Isa-isa lang talaga, hindi ako marunong. Pa-entry po. Sige, Alvin. Pa-entry ka na. Unang pangalawa na yan. Sige, mamaya ulit-ulitin ko na lang. Aswang Alvin. Talang, ang init.
So here I am. I don't usually use Reddit, so sorry for anything out of place or incorrect. The last story is, I don't work for this airport. I'll go ahead and apologize for being on mobile. So this happened recently while I was at JFK. Me and a few of my childhood friends have been planning on going on a 2-week trip.
Sana all nakalami-lami kagabi. Dan to Irene.
I was working full time. I'm actually a pilot, which was part of the problem. So this was our first big opportunity. I'll go ahead and set up the cast. Me equals me, security officer Karen, and I'll call her Mary. Karen's really embarrassed about it. So at first it was a fairly normal trip to the airport. For me, airports aren't stressful, as I generally have the run of the place, mostly due to my...
Si Slabbery. Ayan, hindi Erin. Paano? Pag ano ko sa isa, Alvin, 3 times lang ako nabunot. Alvin, hello. Sige, testing ko ha. Testing ko dyan. Tapos, ay, nabuang na. Nasin, may nung mauta yun. Hindi ba kamaon. Sipunan mo kag-asar.
Now she is in the TSA line, not far enough along to take her shoes off. Now I can't walk up behind
Danto.
TSA. I didn't want to go back.
Ay, nako.
So I shake my head, not wanting to call out to her. I
Talaga.
can see her face getting red. Now I'll say I don't look close to an employee. I'm wearing jeans and a t-shirt, quite literally a lifting shirt. And aside from my badge and my travel bag, I look nothing like a pilot, and I'm only an F up. Seeing my non-compliance, she immediately starts to shout, "Karen, what do you mean no? You can't say no to me." At this point, the TSA officer who had warned me walks over to her, asking her to calm down. She just kept shouting.
Dan 1.
Don't you tell me to
Joanne Vlog, thumbs up with harang. Thank you. Mamaya din kaya ate malak kalami-lami ka.
The TSA officer asks her to step out of line, and she pulls poor Mary along with her. Karen looked as if she had won a great victory, and begins striking past the TSA
Ay, ewan ko.
officer.
Naiinis
The
ako
officer
dito.
stops her and she turns on her.
Ay,
So
nako.
you're playing favorites now. You let some employee
Di
walk
kasi
through
parehas
the
sa ano eh.
place and step on customers, but not
Sino ba yan?
on
Inday
mine.
Vizcana.
The officer already fed up and I can't blame him, but he waves me over with a sad expression.
Sanay ako sa Samsung eh.
Security officer. Look, he's a crewman. He flies for one of the airlines. That's why he gets to go past. I held up my badge for her to see it. Karen looking at me with her platinum hair fury. So you do work here and still try to ignore me. I'll make sure you lose your job and your license for this. Me. What the? Karen, I don't want to hear a word from you if it's not the name of your supervisor. Me. I don't work here. I fly for airline, and I am on vacation. Karen, you just admitted you work here and yet you still ignored me. Luckily for me, Mary was starting to get fed up with her mother and tried to cut in. Karen ignored her, yelling about her son and how he would get me fired and her privilege as a platinum flyer. At this point, I really hadn't gotten in much of a word, but I didn't really need to, because Mary finally got a word in on her mother's mindless rant. Mary, you need to stop. Mom, we're going to get in line quietly and wait our turn. Otherwise, I've had enough and I will simply leave you behind. This shut her up, and I took my opportunity to walk away as fast as I could. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.
Yeah, number 3. Mark Andre, mega love shot. 5 p.m. Pinas time. Mamaya si Monique Alben.
We share stories about folks that are mistaken for employees by irate customers. And today's first story is, you know I work there. So through most of my
Si Ate Monique, mamaya. Team Ganda. Lian. Ay, Pinas 5 p.m. Team Ganda, Lian. Mega love shout out.
But trust me, the payoff this subreddit craze will come. This is fairly long and there's no TLDR, so skip out now if you prefer.
Ayan, kay Inday yan, kay Inday.
In my early 30s, I found myself out of the legal field and in retail again for the first time since my teens. I was working at a pet store.
Maganda pa dito sa computer eh.
My clients licked me in the face.
Mabilis
They were
pa.
always so happy to see me. They knew I had treats in my front pocket.
Ikay.
I knew them all by name, and I loved them too. Especially this sweet and blind Shih Tzu, Tink. R.I.P. Tink.
Ikay Colette.
Sweet, good girl.
Dito na nga lang ako sa computer. Kakainis naman kasi. Social color paper. Oy, puntahan nyo na yung iba dyan. Sino na ba? Si Irene. Ay, bawal pa pala si Kikay. Irene Marie.
We all loved it there. Of course, there were a few exceptions, a few customers we all dreaded coming in. Just people, not dogs. We loved all the dogs. This is the story of one
Sa
suspect.
6 bago din taon ni Inday Marie, oy.
He was super neat. I was told to avoid him at all costs before I even met him.
Danto, okay, Alvin, saglit lang ha.
But one day he found him, and he latched on.
Ilan na tayo? Number 3, number 4 na.
And once he found an employee, he would only speak to that one employee ever until that employee left. Before I started, he once asked a question of an employee that required research.
Ay, nako. Piste tong cellphone na to eh.
He called back the next day.
Ayaw na magcopy yung buang. Ihampas ko talaga tong cellphone na to. Tignan nyo lang, guys. Malapit ko na to itapon, kay.
He wanted it from her. But again, it was her day off. And so, of course, he
Mitch Villa Vicencio, mega love, shout out. J Parley Vlog, mega love, shout out. Ayan, number 4 yan, guys. Ayaw mag-click yung 4. Dan 3, si Alvin, Danto, Marie, Dan, Alvin.
And my name is Andrew. So, Tony thought we had an even stronger bond. Ron Howard, we did.
Panay swerte pa naman si Alvin sa akin. Ayan, si Alvin.
Now, as I said, this was a high-end festival.
Nalagasan ako 50 ngayon. Toslok!
But some of them were also non-GMO.
Thank you so much, Sikoy, sa pakulay-kulay mo dyan. Mitch Channel, thank you so much. My Danny girl, si Sikoy, mega love, shout out to you.
But there was no
Irene.
list of products broken down that way, and no way to search for those parameters in our system. So I had to create it from scratch by looking at the ingredients of over 100 products.
Ayan. Napadaan lang. Si spokesperson, Roderick. From Philippines, tamsak ko, ma'am, for si spokesperson.
The problems with his friend's dog that never added up.
Tabi-tabi po, Sharon Sub. Thank you so much. Thank you. Kikay kulit. G Parley Vlog.
Anyway, finally after 8 months, I found another job back in my field as a paralegal. My second day there, I stopped at the
Mitch, saglit lang guys ha. Saglit lang.
There was Tony.
Dan full pack baka sa nakapin po. Sige po, spokesperson.
He addressed me by name, and he asked me if I could look up the differences of something about me. At the pet store, I wore jeans and a t-shirt. No uniforms or name tags. But this was a grocery store.
Parang mayroon ka pa rin po ang ata nung nakaraan sa akin.
A button-down shirt and a tie. I had a half-full basket in my hand. Tony,
Patamsak po, premiere ko po. Salamat. Guys, puntahan niyo si spokesperson, guys.
Tony, you
At
got
saka si Mitch ka
I
lang.
don't work here, and as of last week, I don't work there anymore either. How about you read a GD label for yourself for once? I don't know.
Kaya pala, hindi ko siya, kanina.
And turning the corner was
Si Mitch, Dan 3.
So that's it.
Mitch, saglit lang guys ha. Antayin niyo
I don't
ako.
work there anymore either. The second story is don't argue/eat off people you're paying to keep. So
Ayan si Sikoy. 7 million people in the house. Thank you so much. Ika lang, magbaba muna ako ng
Mind you, I had a slight American accent, but I could easily switch to my Malaysian accent pretty quickly. Me, as myself. EK, entitled Karen. MB, my brother, the manager. My manager had sent me out to the store to go pick up some stuff at the local shop, as we were running out of a few certain topics. I walked down every aisle to search for the items, checking my phone because it was near until the end of my shift, whilst also glancing at cash out area. I finally found the item I searched for, looked for which ones were the cheapest in big quantities, when a wild Karen appeared. She started.
Wala po akong entry 1 and 2 po, ma'am.
My uniform is full black, black dress pants, a black belt, black leather shoes.
Gusto mo ibaba ko yung 1 and 2? Ate G Parlet.
It was clear to any sane customer that I was a dominant store. While as the workers at the local shop wore white blouse button-ups, black dress pants, hair tied back, and a badge showing that they worked at the local shop. To make it even more of a difference, I was still wearing the apron from Domino's. The hat I had to wear also had the logo on it. I remember the conversation going like this. Also note that this was during my first week at the job. Entitled Karen, what are you doing on your phone? Me, I switched to my Malaysian accent. Sorry, what? Entitled Karen, so unprofessional. I've been trying to get your attention for the past 5
Busy
minutes.
lagi isipin namin gawa ng mga bata.
Don't give me that BS. I work
Sige po, dikit po ako. O sige, bababa ko yung 1 and 2. Sige, saglit lang ha. Dito na lang ako sa computer. Nahihilo ako dito sa cellphone ko.
Do your job. At this point, I checked my phone and I was well over time. While the wild Karen was busy renting, I ran to the cash out and paid for the items. Then, as quick as my tired legs can, I went
Saglit
back to the
ha,
store
number
and
2,
gave the
si
change and receipt to my manager, who's also my brother. Told him the whole situation and why I was taking 30 minutes to buy
Lucky.
oregano and chicken salt. He said I can clock out now and take some spare garlic breads home. While I was in the midst of taking my apron, the door opened. Mind you, our door didn't have a bell on top, but it did slam pretty loud shut. Standing at the front was the entitled Karen from the shops. She looked blue and red.
Number
My brother handed
3,
me a couple of pizzas for her to be picked up. I yelled her
si
name, no reply. So I placed it back on the hot shelf. I turned to entitled Karen and put on my thickest customer service smile and voice and spoke. Me. Hello, welcome to Domino's. How can I help you today? In an American accent. Entitled Karen. You. Me. Yes? How can I help you today? Entitled Karen. What are you doing behind there? You're supposed to be at insert local shop name working there instead. Then appears my brother speaking in his fake customer service American accent. My brother.
Sige na kay, wala ka pa naman tulog. Dan dikit at bakas po kay Sir DJ Ping. Nilagyan mo po sir ng ano, spokesperson ng ano, ng bulan na mayang or mayang. Bakas po kasi. Nilagyan niyo po ng prang mayang sir. Si spokesperson.
I went on to make the order, but my brother had other plans. He told me to clock out and pay for the overtime, even though it was a Sunday, and we do 10% surcharges on Sundays.
Bulan na po. Okay, salamat po.
And now I haven't even seen that Karen at all. And now whenever I have an SH day at work, and someone asks how was work, I reply, oh sure, I enjoy feeding and making food for entitled ungrateful Karens and receive shouts of obscenities from drunkards for 9 hours a week. It was great. I really do
Haba ng
enjoy
ano mo.
working there. The next story is, okay, fine, let's go see my manager. This story just came up in my Facebook memories,
Ato po.
and actually I had to share it with you guys. If there's one thing I learned in my 15 years working
Spokesperson. Fire Tiger. Thumbs up. Thank you so much.
This is one of the most dramatic of the times I wrote that cardinal rule. I worked in cosmetics in an upscale department store. As such, most, if not all days I worked
Sulat ko
together.
pa nga sila. Mali-mali
Wearing
pa.
my black, I could easily afford to just about
Ay,
anything in the
Diyos
store.
ko, atay.
Usually the few purses we had to carry were significant enough food that I was shopping, or at the very least off the clock. Wearing
Fire
my black
Tiger.
increased the odds of an encounter exponentially, but nearly all I work your lady misunderstandings were followed by laughters and pleasantries. Well, my coworker slash BFF came back
Boom
from
Bim
break,
Ban.
showing me a necklace she purchased and said I needed to go get it too.
Dan Agnes, si Fire
I
Tiger.
wholeheartedly agreed and asked the department manager if she could watch my counter while I popped down to New York and go, where I could actually afford to shop, unlike my own place of employment, to get home. No problem, I'd be gone 5 minutes. I booked out of my store in a hurry with my wallet in my pocket. In example, no telling
Dan dikit at
first.
mahiwagang bakas kay Agnes.
And huge sad trombone.
Sino ba to siya? Kasi sinerch kita, hindi mo ano eh. Kaninong ninja yan? Si spokesperson.
Excuse me. Keep walking.
Basta may video, isa, pwede yan.
As you do. Hey you, I know you just saw me. Finally, I stopped and looked back at you. Walking eyes with me was a down-market Karen with three-fade, scraggly hair dye aubergine, wearing an outfit that looked like Stevie Nicks at the Sturgis motorcycle rally. Let's call her Twilight. Gathered around her were her mom and daughter, who played no role in the story, but we could assume her name something like Hula and Hazelnut. Me. Who? Me? Twilight rushing over. Yeah, you. I've been looking for somebody to help me for 20 minutes, and you've been on break.
Ang ilalagay ko lang sa spokesperson ha, ilalagay ko lang spokesperson o Broderick. Kasi ang haba eh, hindi magkasya dito. Dan, Irene, and Sir DJ. Ano yun, Inday? Dan ka sa sarili mo, Inday? Irene?
I'm heading that way near the register so I can ask somebody. This did not suit Twilight, who goes on a rant about nobody working here, me supposedly not working here, how rude and unhelpful I was. Of those things, only one was true. Despite her protests, I still did not work there. Twilight, your customer service sucks, and wherever you do work, your manager is about to hear about it. Looks at name tag. Oh, money store, huh? What's your name? I'm gonna call them right now. Me, here you go. Here's my business card. That's my full name and the store phone number. Twilight, this is probably your direct number. What's the extension for the store manager? Me with a sigh as I forego the necklace. I'll do you one better. Let's go chat with her right now. Twilight gathers up Bertha and Destiny, or whatever names I gave, and follows me out the door. I'm practically at a trot, both because how awkward they are.
Dan dikit at bakas po kay Lucky. Dan dikit ka bakas kay Lucky.
As I get in hearing range, I hiss, get ready for this. My department manager, Mindy, braces herself. Me, here's the manager, not the store manager. That lady sucks, and I might have actually gotten in trouble. Twilight, your employee, me, is
Oo, oy.
horrible at her job, and info here in Franklin's. Mindy, When were you here?
Ang tagal dito sa computer yung binaba ko.
She's great at her job. She's not responsible for working at other stores. Me, I'm at work now. Can I interest you in a complimentary consultation, including a...
Dan full pack po kay Lucky. Tapos kay spokesperson naman.
At this store. I'm never shopping here again. Again. The last story is, where is the effing tonic water? A funny flashback.
Sino pa yung isa?
I was a level 3 of 4 in the company, despite being a 24-year-old, and my days consisted of meetings,
Spokesperson, ayan o. Si ano, si Fire Tiger. Grabe naman yung mga ano nyo. Hindi ko makita. Kanino ba kayong mga ninja?
One day I made the unfortunate decision to wear a red polo at an H-E-B grocery store in Texas. Employees wore...
Tingnan ko nga kay Lucky kung may ano. Sa bagay, dalawa lang naman kayo dyan.
I spent my day apologizing to customers that I didn't know what I...
Hindi, Irene.
Then came the Karen and all my Karen glory. I feel someone grabbing me in my polo as I'm throwing the 24-pack into the door.
Yun, nakita ko si Inday, Irene.
I need my D tonic water. What is wrong with you people? It went on for probably 45 seconds when I held my hand up to her face and said, "We don't work here." Karen turned red, all flustered, and started sputtering, apologizing. I thought you were an employee. As she walked away, I told my distributor loudly.
Dan Arcili, Team Ganda. Dan Dikit Bakas po Arcili.
Not a great comeback, but I bet Karen thought twice before verbally assaulting an employee again. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Bye. Welcome to r/I don't work here, lady, where we share stories about folks that are mistaken for employees by irate
So,
customers.
direct, tapos Dan Arcili, si Tiger na lang at saka si Kikay.
I'm not Chinese. Hi, it's my first
Si
time
Pai
being here. This
Tiger.
happened 3 years ago, as I remember it, due to a recent talk with a close friend. During that
Fire
time, I was looking for
Tiger.
a job while studying in college, which I dropped out
Kikay.
from and moved to City College. And during the summer, I got a job as a front desk for my aunt. Okay, boss, but worse family.
Kikay.
One day, I went out on break to eat, and I
Sino
wanted to
pa
try
ba?
something new. So I went
Si
to a
Bumbim
Chinese
Ban.
restaurant that seemed recently new, and said, what's the harm in trying someplace new? Little did I know he didn't do that way. As I entered, the restaurant was empty, because it just opened now, conveniently. As I sit down, an old man came up to me and spoke in a different language, which I realized he must have thought I was Chinese. I said, oh,
Si Sikoy Sale, Mega Mega Love, shut up.
the change of tone from him went from tired to relieved. To then his translated spoken clear Vietnamese. You are? I am too. Chinese is second language. I was surprised, and we talked for a bit before I told my order, and he progressed to the kitchen, which turns out was made up of 2/3 Vietnamese as well. Small world, huh? As I sat down, I was waiting until I get a tap at my shoulder and stare at a lady and her 2 friends, who seemed to want to sit down somewhere. Here's the cast. In that, lady. F1.
Dan Dikit at Bakas po kay Irene Marie.
Me.
Dan share, thank you si Sikoy Sale.
Excuse me, can we find a place to sit? Note that there wasn't that much people there yet. And the
Kaninong ninja ka, ano, spokesperson?
Me. You can find a seat anywhere here, I think. It's not busy yet. Mean lady, okay? Mean lady and her friends sat
Tingnan
down
ko.
while I was waiting for food to arrive. It's been 4 minutes, but my mind was all about food that day. Then a few seconds later,
Si
I got a tap on
Roderick.
my shoulder again, and Mean lady was there again. Mean lady, excuse me, aren't you supposed to take our order now? Me looking at her confused.
Si
I'm
Sir
sorry.
Roderick.
Mean lady,
Ah, tinignan ko na, ayan o. Tinignan ko na.
getting off your phone and pay attention to your
Ano?
Me, realizing what she means. Oh, no, I don't work here. I'm sitting down to wait for my food. Mean lady.
Nakita ko na.
Break over.
Kala ko sa ano, sa ibang kwan ba?
Me, no, I am on break, but I work at the salon 2 blocks from here. Mean lady. No, you worked here. I saw you talking to your boss there. Turns out she saw me and old man talk to each other and thought we were working with each other. Me. No, you see, we were talking about mean lady.
Oo, nagtamsak. Dinikit ko na nga yung isa kong account eh.
You Chinese are all the same. Now, at this point, I wouldn't call him director, but over time, I was called Chinese and was profiled too much. I was made fun of with a
Dinikit ko. Ayun oh.
Now, hearing that, I knew the old man wasn't actually Chinese. I stood from my chair and said, me, listen, first off, I'm a paid...
Tinignan ko pa kung nakaano, may, ayun oh.
Workers on their phone sitting down.
Ayan, ay ganyan ko na lang kasi hindi makita pag ganun ko eh.
Just because we met and talked a bit with the same language. And lastly, I am not effing Chinese. For
Ay bumbimban kasi yung tinitignan ko na ano, isa.
At that point, me lady was silent.
Dan Arcile, Inday, Irene.
At that point, old man was coming out with my food, and he saw and heard what was happening. Placed the trays down and ran
Sampu, Madam Charot.
Old man, Me lady, fine. You're so
Irene.
Liar, this man. Old man looks at me and spoke in Vietnamese. Is that true? I know you don't work here, but is the yelling true? Me, in Vietnamese. Yes.
Hindi, Irene, ito na.
I work here and call me Chinese. I'm sensitive
Sino
to
sunod?
most of the time. I'm sorry if that made a commotion. Old man, in Vietnamese. Ah, it's okay. I can understand that. Me lady, getting irritated, stopped her crying and said, Me lady, oh my God, stop conspiring against me, Chinese communists. Excuse me? Did you call us communists? Me, Jesus woman, for the last time, I'm not Chinese, and that's just rude. Old man, Vietnamese. My God, she has a twisted tongue, she does. As soon as that happened, the friends gathered their stuff, and one of them going back said, Friend one, this is literally the
Dan sa nakapin. Saglit si Kuya ha. Bababa ko lang to.
Friend one pulls her out as she's still shouting profanities to us. Friend two, in Vietnamese, surprisingly. Sorry about my friend. She's...
Titingnan ko yung ano nyo doon ha. Kung ano. Dan sa nakapin si Sisi Koy. Sali.
They're free to, just not with her again. After friend two left, old man asked if I wanted my food and for a discount. I said the discount wasn't necessary, but he said he insisted.
Dan Bumbimban, si Inday Irene.
The meal was so good. I came back there again when I was free, and often talked to old man a lot. And most of the workers at that, and enjoy the food since. The second story is, she obviously doesn't work here, Mom. This isn't one of those get berated by Karen stories. It's actually kind of fun.
Si Fire Tiger. Si Fire Tiger. Dan DJ Inday at Irene. Nasulat ko na po yung kanina ano. Fire Tiger.
So long as she went out and bought all the supplies herself, since their work schedules wouldn't allow them to go with them home. We don't have anywhere to buy get those supplies where I live. The nearest place is about 50 minutes away. So she invited me to go, and we made a day out of it. Anyways, the only place anywhere near us that had stuff or get those was...
Thumbs up, Sisi Koy. Sisi Koy, Donna, hello you. Thank you so much. William Manzano Vlog Official. Thumbs up, idol. Maraming salamat sa iyo, sir. William. Long time no see. Kumusta ka na? Okay lang, Sisi Koy. Panay busy kasi, alam mo naman. Dan dikit bakas kay Donna. Dan dikit bakas kay Donna, si spokesperson. Person de Roderick. Ito na si Roderick. William, gusto mo magpa-entre, William? William. Noted po sa dumikit. Ayun, sabi ni Sisikoy. William, ayan, mayroon ka entry, William. Sisikoy doon na. Sino yung isa? Tigbay. Ulisin mo muna ka. Mahirap po lang tagalista. Naduduling kalimutaw ko dito, Sikoy. Fire Tiger, tapos Inday Irene, si Silab Donna, Irene.
I was just going to phone for my dog. Nice lady, clearly embarrassed. Oh no, I'm really sorry about that. I saw you putting the toys on the shelf and just figured you were refilling it. Me, oh, it's all right. There's an employee over there though who would be able to help you though. She thanked me and apologized again, turning to go to the employee. Her daughter eyed me, and then, turning to follow her mom, said, Mom, I love you, but she clearly doesn't work here. I don't think athletic shorts and Crocs are part of the uniform. As soon as she said that, I started laughing, and I walked back to find my friend. He had picked out the perfect meat match. I told her what happened, and we still laughed about it occasionally. She laughed when I told her I was going to post it on this sub. So yeah, it was refreshing to not have some Karen argue that I do work there. The next story is, sure, let me go back to my old job. So, a bit of backstory. I was a manager at Head Stupid for about a year, and worked at the same store for 11 years. It was an interesting...
Hello, Ate Donna. Dan Pulpak bakas kay Bumbimban. Spokesperson.
Speaking of upper management, I left. Put in my 2 weeks and walked out. Now I work at Naten USPS, which is a fantastic place so far. I get better pay at the bottom line.
Yan, Sir Roderick. Hello, Ate Donna. Dan, Ate Donna. Ayun. Si Sikoy Sally. Metal Tiger. Mega Mega Love. Shout out Sally.
She really is a nice lady, so I'll call her in out for short. And of course, there is me.
Sikoy Sally. Ayan.
Oh, gee, where's that? I haven't seen you at Pet Stupid in a while.
Si spokesperson guys, tamsakan nyo guys. Metal Tiger, Dan kay Donna.
Nice lady. Everything has gone downhill there. I took my babies all up to the grooming salon, and a new person shaved them down.
Dan Bumbimban si Bakikay.
You still love it there. Ouch, with 4 babies. Are they okay now? Nice lady. Long tangent on hospital and bills, and another manager telling her that she needed to bring the vet.
Bakikay.
That's about right. You need to do that if you know how to cops. To be fair, most of the time dogs are too mad to do anything other than shave down. What do I know? Haven't been there in over a year now. Nice lady stares at me. So you do it for me? Me. Do what? Nice lady. Paperwork. If I bring you the paperwork, can you fix it? Me. Sorry, I don't work there anymore. I can't do anything. Nice lady pauses for a moment, looks around, and realizes we aren't at that street. Oh. Me. It's all right. Go there in the morning to see if they can help you. I honestly don't know who's there anymore. After I left, they lost 4 people. The manager stepped down and transferred, and as far as I'm aware, the turnover rate is insane. Nice lady. Okay. Then she left. She really is a nice
Ganji
lady.
Parlip.
Just got caught up in the moment. I hope she comes back in again. I do miss her puppers. The last story is your standard story.
Ganji Parlip.
Essential backstory. I work at a computer store.
Nalista ko na kay. Nililito mo ako ah. Taway ka ah.
This story happened when they were so it's still very fresh. What used to be a trip to the wonderful Golden Arches has changed to the local grocery store in the same shopping center that my kids located in. Once I discovered that they sold delicious.
Christy, Gimbarda, mega love, shout out to you sir. Ayan guys, puntahan nyo nga muna yan guys. Si ano guys, si spokesperson guys. Grabe hina na internet ko ah. Puntahan. Open po tayo sa ano guys ha, sa mga gusto mag-sponsor dyan ng mga WH, kahit ano. Dan sa nakapin. Okay, Inday Marie.
Please show me where the canned beef gravy is, Karen asks me, but in a tone of voice that is more demand than request. I left my glasses at home and can't read the signs.
Irene Marie.
Now, many times in my life, I've been confused for staff establishments.
WH or ano, views, mga ganyan, o magkano ang gusto nyong sponsor. Tapos na Inday, nasulat ko na. Chara Mayor Chival, mega love, shout out.
I remember that I was here on mission. A mission with a very strict time.
Mami Loans. Binabalik ko lang yung mga tumulong sa nakaraan sa aking Grand LS. Nalilito na yung mata ko. Di po nga saan na ba? Yun. Ano kasi itong ano? Iikot ko nga ito, TV. Tika lang ha. Kasi nasilaw talaga ako eh. Ganyan ko kaya. Ganyan ko. Ganun pa rin. Samaw gihapon. Dan Agnes Inday at Arceli. Kanina ko pa. Ay ano ba to? Si Fire Tiger pala yung kanina. Salamat. Sally, hello. Pasukli, please. Salamat po. Joanne Vlog. Sabi ni ano, spokesperson. Sabi ni Sisi ko, Donna. Hello, Sally. Yes, Sally. Boy, Tim Yob, shout out, host, my young. Mega love, shout out to you. Yobs Morante. Si Metal Tiger. Parang kilala ko to eh. Metal. Isa lang hindi ko nalista. Nalista ko na kanina sa'yo. Dan Porpak at Bakas po. Mami Lord.
Since he thought she was skipping class. Please help it grow by spreading the word.
Person ni Roderick.
Make comments, etc. And if people want to help mod it, tell me in a few days when this viral story is died down. Or it will drown in all the comments I get on this post. First, full explanation.
Puntahan nyo guys, yung kayobs guys. Ma-entry din yan guys.
The biggest reason being chaos in the highway system if everybody would want to drive a summer vacation on the same day. Also, this is not a recent story, but quite a few years ago. My niece is from Bavaria. I am from Baden-Württemberg. Her summer vacation started a whole week earlier than ours, and she came for a visit with my brother and her siblings. It was dark in the morning, and we decided to take Bravo for a walk and go to the bakery on the other side of the street of the big school complex. I went in, she stayed outside with the dog rug. I came back out, and she was gone. Let's introduce our protagonists. P, Principal P Hand. Me, take a guess. M, Niece.
Janji Parlip si Inday Irene.
This was the time. Niece,
Metal
her
Tiger.
Principal P, screaming in background. How
Metal,
dare you take
metal.
while I'm talking to you? You're in enough trouble for skipping class. As I later found out, he ripped the phone
Si
out of her
Metal.
hand and must have hung up.
Si
I realized
Irene.
what must have happened and went into the school to clear up this misunderstanding and go right away to the principal's office, hoping she would either be there or soon be brought by a teacher. Outside, I already hear him screaming at her.
Irene, pasukli po please. Salamat po. Boy Team Woods.
You won't get out of here until I have the truth. And I promise you, this will be mentioned in
Bak
your
sa mawan.
We have grades for general behavior here, and teachers can also write a comment in there. It is something employers care about if you work for an apprenticeship here. I did not bother knocking and went right in.
Sakit sa mata. Si Atay.
Who are you? And how dare you just come in here without knocking? Me.
Sakit kalimato ko dito sa ano sa ilaw.
She does not go
Ah!
Principal P.
Spokesperson Dan All Kalimbang, sabi ni Yobs.
I'll get to the bottom of this, and I will only release it.
Dan Yobs. Dan Mami.
School are protected places, so you get in way more trouble here for trespassing than usual. Me, I will stay right here to protect my niece from your crazy ex.
Kikay, dito si Sikoy Sale. Kikay.
So I get the call and just told the police that my niece got abducted and come to the principal's office ASAP. Principal P, do you really expect me to believe your fake phone call? Then he started.
Baba bahay, Kikay, baba bahay. Ibaba ko kay Metal Tiger Dan Janet.
Principal P, that's it. I'm calling the police now to have you arrested.
Dan Mamilons Irene. Kay, bababa ko ba o hindi pa? Irene Marie. Bawal pa ito ibaba, sabi niya eh. Sabi mo daw, sige, sige, baba mo. Pwede na?
She was waiting outside the bakery when Principal P came up to her like a bat from heck. He screamed at her that he's really fed up with people skipping school the last week before vacation starts, and they make an example out of her.
Ryan Antuliha, miga love share at sana all. Pasaway ka, Ryan.
The cops also took the data and confirmed she's from Bavaria. They then asked us if we wanted to press charges, and I just said throw the book at it. Principal P heard the police saying press charges, and suddenly realized he was in real deep SH, so he came over. Principal P, hey, this is just a misunderstanding. You have to understand, I have to be strict with people skipping school. Me, if by being strict you mean assaulting a 12-year-old so badly she has a handprint from you on her arm that would create a huge bruise, abducting her from my care, and wrongfully imprisoned her.
Dandikit Janet. Kagagawa ng bahay. Joanne, nagbaba rin ng bahay. Dan Janet, nalista ko na si spokesperson. Eh, sino ko ba hindi ko nalista dyan? Dan ako sa kanakapin. Si, ano yan? Boy, Tim. Talaga to si Yob, oy. Yobs. Ato na. Tapos si Sally, yung kay Bumbimban yun. Hindi ko pa nalista yan.
He lost job and pension, got 2 years on probation, and 500 hours community service, with the stipulation it could be nothing that involved kids.
Ayan na yung kay Kikays. Bakikays.
The second story is, Whitney wants me to move a random person.
Tingnan ko nga kung may nagpunta sa ano ni Ate Janet ha. Bantay pag walang pumunta kay Ate Janet.
Based in a little surf shack on the edge of the beach. The beach is really popular, and if you don't get there before 10 in the morning most days, you can forget about getting a decent spot for your stuff. So, it was a little before 3 in the afternoon.
May nagpunta. Si Yobs hindi naglagay ng galing sa akin.
I was wrapping up a class, so I couldn't hear her. I saw her and hurried over after all the students from the 2 o'clock class were safe on the beach. I instructed the class to start bringing their boards up to the shack so I could put them away. Me, hi, my name's OP. I'm one of the instructors here. How can I help you? Lady, finally, I've been waiting forever. I literally saw her arrive less than 20 seconds ago.
Oo, nakita ko po. Nandito ka po. Nakita ko.
Well, I'm very sorry to hear that. I was wrapping up the class and I'm the only one on duty right now. Lady, I don't need the details. Are you helping me or not? Me, Do you want to sign up for surfing lessons? Lady, no. Me. Do you want to rent some equipment? Lady, no. Me. So what can I do for you? Lady, help me deal
Dan
with this
kikay.
SH. She
Tan all
gestures to a
bakas
few
juan
towels that are
rin.
elaborate, their buckets and spades. A couple of
Rins.
bottles of drink, a board bag, everything
Rins
you need
vlog.
for a family day out
Juan
at the
and
beach.
Rins
I'd
vlog.
seen the family it belongs to earlier, briefly. Parents in their mid-30s and a couple of kids didn't look older than 10.
Nandun ako kay Janet. Nandun, nakita kita, spokesperson.
Help me move it. Me. Where? Lady. In there. Points to the surf shack where the students are currently dumping their boards. Me. I think there's been a misunderstanding here. This is a school, not a storage.
Si Metal Tiger.
Stop asking questions and just help me move it. She turns
Dan
to
kay
me, and I
Kapitan.
realize she is one, early 20s,
Spokesperson.
and not the daughter of this family. And two, carrying her own beach stuff. Me. Do you know this family?
Hey,
Why
Roderick.
would I? Me. Because you want me to move their stuff. Either you know them or you're moving a stranger's stuff off the beach. Lady, can you
Sali, dan kay
You're getting
Bakikay.
paid to help people, not ask questions. Me. I'm getting paid to teach surfing, not move people's stuff. Lady, well, what am I meant to do? All the good spots.
May nabuang ka man siguro Bakikay, dan self. Dan dikit sa bakas po kay Kikay. Oh, naano ko na. Spokesperson, ikaw na sunod. Kilala mo, ay, nabuang nakilala ko na nga pala kanina. Grabe ko makakalimutin. Sana all done self. Salamat sa inyo guys ha.
I yelled to the lady, but she was almost definitely pretending she couldn't hear me. The family came back a little while later, 10 or so minutes, asking why some random woman in their spot was saying I had their stuff, and I gave it to them and explained. They looked more confused than angry, but I saw the dad go over to the lady, and they exchanged what looked like some less than friendly dialogue.
Dan kicks. Patay ka Kikay. Kicks ka na ni Inday Irene. Kikay, dili kik ka na kik ka na ni Inday Irene kay. Tingnan ko nga dito.
I sleep very sound and deep. In fact, about the only thing that wakes me is my alarm and my phone ring.
Si spokesperson, nakita ko. Si Alvin nandito. Bakikay nandito. Tatlo lang nakita ko kay Sis Agnes do galing dito sa akin. Tatlo lang guys, tatlo lang. Kasi isa lang ang viewers ko. Kiatay pati sarili, binakasan. Alam ni Bruha Kicks yan. Ay, giatay.
Now, the more they called, the more outrageous my tears got. FYI, patient and self-enforced cures most illnesses.
Ayan po, ayan po. Tatlo lang tiningnan ko eh. Ayan ha, tingnan nyo ulit kung sino nandyan. Tingnan ko ulit, ha? Watching from Jinsan. Love, may bakas na. Iatay sa sarili. Hindi Irene, ay sulat ko muna.
I told him I understood this was a matter of life and death, and I would not take any more of his time. I ended by giving him my number, so he could compare it to the correct number to possibly check when the problem occurred, so it did not happen again. All this took less than a minute as I started.
Yung binaba ko na video.
Please just listen. The doctor I was getting calls for was a PCP, primary care physician, a family.
Ayun, naging 13 views na. Kanina kasi 10 lang to eh. O, 40 na.
What should we do? Can you refill my meds? Things like that. I know it struck a nerve.
Si spokesperson, si Metal Tiger, si Alvin, Bakikay.
And I thank him for getting my situation fixed. The last story is, lady tries to get me fired when I don't clean up a rotting carcass.
Ano ba yan? Ang init?
I don't know if this exactly fits here, but oh well. Cast. K equals Karen, and me.
Sali.
So I'm working at my local fire department in their internship program. My job is to put up beach flags.
Nandun, nakita ko na Metal Tiger, nandun ka po. Si Koy Sali, nandoon na yan. One day ago pa.
I live in a tourist town along one of the Great Lakes, so there are a lot of entitled tourists that visit. The process of checking the flags is to drive by the beaches and evaluate if the color of the flag matches the current water conditions. The story starts with me going about my normal business. I'm driving along one of the beaches just doing my job. It was a particularly hot day out that day, so there were many people swimming. As I'm about to leave and go to the next beach, I get signaled down by the Karen. I pull over and see what she needs from me. Karen, hello? Excuse me, you look like a city worker. Can you help me? I'm driving a mule, which is a glorified golf cart, and wearing a reflective vest. So I guess that's where she got that from. Me, cluelessly. Sure, what is it? Karen, I've been calling the city maintenance department for the past hour, trying to get someone down here, and you just about drove away. Your supervisor will be hearing about this. Me, I'm sorry about that, but I don't work for the city. What seems to be the problem? I guess I don't work for the city, but I'm actually employed by the fire department.
Bakit?
Karen, there's a jet fish on the shore barely 10 feet from where my family is trying to enjoy our
Hindi ba ayos?
Get rid of it.
Saglit lang guys ha. Dan Agnes. Dan Agnes saglit.
Karen, no, I've been calling for an hour now. My family's vacation is being ruined because of you now. Hey, I'm sorry, but this isn't my job. I'm not a maintenance person. I put up the beach flags. Karen, I don't care. Go clean that up before I decide you don't work here anymore. I then gave her the number to our department and promptly left her in the dust. While I was leaving and heading to the next beach, I gave my boss a call and a heads up about the momzilla that was about to call him and decide I don't work for him anymore. My boss answered her call shortly after I warned him about it and chewed her out for
Sino yung Dan Agnes? Dan Agnes. Oh, nakita na kita doon.
him and I had
Saka hindi Irene, nakita ko na kayo.
Thank you for listening. Bye.
Nakita ko na kayo, nalista ko na kayo doon kanina. Isa lang yung binaba ko eh.
Welcome to our
Nagpa-biji-biji na si, ano, si Sir, ano.
And the first story is Karens of all types. Okay, so this one is going to be a little different than what most of you are used to. I work on the West Coast, running my own business as a cybersecurity consultant. I'm 35 and have been in this business a very long time. I have around 10 employees, however, the one we just hired is a special case. Very special. She is one of the dumbest smart people I know, and her attitude says she graduated with honors from an Ivy League school, and that means she
Ay,
owns
hindi
it.
na ano ko na pala
Since
yun.
I'm the owner of the business, I leave most duties to my senior security engineers, so she has probably only seen me a few times in the 3 months she's worked for me. Task, K equals Karen, me equals yours truly.
Danji Parlet.
I was out shopping for supplies in the office, and I decided I was going to stop by my local Sam's Club for some lunch. I used to work there when I was in my early 20s, and I was friends with the now manager of the
Si Sikoy
specific store.
Sale, Danji Parlet.
It's worth mentioning that since I was heading to the office after this, I was dressed in my formal business attire. I promise it comes into play later. The Sam's Club Cafe has some of the best food in my opinion for the price that they offer. I finish my food and have a chat with Manager Frank.
Sa November pa po ito, sir. Spokesperson. Sa November po. November 20. Matagal pa po, sir. Matagal pa.
Karen, what do you mean you're out of frozen yogurt? Do you idiots ever keep
Oh,
This was a
tao.
happen in the summertime, since everyone loves their frozen yogurt. Karen looks at me and rushes over. Manager, you're gonna do something about this? I want that CB fired right this instant. He was rude and called me a beef.
Opo, salamat din po, Dan DJ.
She cut me off before I could continue. But it was then I started to realize
Si Mital muna.
Karen, I don't care. You will fire this little PA brat right now, or I'm contacting corporate over this. After that, it clicked. She's my employee.
Irene Marie. Si Inday,
I
Irene.
thought about telling her, but I wanted to see where this goes. Karen jabs her finger into my chest as hard as she can and twists it. Listen, you are. I don't know who you think I am, but I'm a league smarter than you. The only reason you work here is
Tan
because
tan
you're
tan
rejected
tan 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 tan. Dan Ate Agnes, Sally.
At this point, the actual manager Frank, comes running over and asks what's wrong. Before I can explain, Karen steps in. Karen, he, pointing at me, assaulted me and verbally abused me while refusing to fire this employee. The girl behind the cafe counter, who at this point looked visibly horrified. And as his boss, you better fire him right this instant. If you don't, I'll have all of your jobs, you insignificant clowns. Yes, she really said that. She called us clowns. How ironic. Me, pretty much fed up now, I revealed my real identity. Karen, I'm Insert Name Here, the owner of Insert Company Name Here, the consultancy you work for. We just hired you a couple months ago, right?
Oh,
I showed her my badge with title name and picture on it. Her face turned whiter than snow. Manager friend.
wala naman
So I
tao.
tell her favor to you. The cops are already on their way. I don't think it was possible, but her face
Metal
turned really white
Tiger.
before. She looked like she was about to hurl. Anyway, the cops show up. Look at the
Salamat,
security
Metal
footage.
Tiger.
They're asking me everything. They handcuff her and take her away. They talked to me and asked if I wanted to press charges, and I said yes. Court date pending. I later find out from manager friend that she yanked a cafe girl by the collar, slapped her, and pushed her back before I had seen her yelling. I asked the cops if I could have a word with her before they drove her away, since she's my employee. They said yes, and I walked up to her sitting in the cop car, hands cuffed behind her back. She's about to speak, but I held my finger up in front of her face. Me, for someone who graduated with honors at any sort of Ivy League school here, you're pretty dumb. I was never impressed with your work, and now that you're here, I doubt you'll ever get a job in the security field again. Don't bother showing up for work anymore. I had to add that last part because I knew she'd be out on bail. Her husband was pretty wealthy too. Never thought I'd run into a Karen that actually worked for me. The second story is, these aren't my kids. This story is a couple years old. If it doesn't fit the spirit of this sub, please feel free to remove it. I just wasn't sure where else to post it. Also, all dialogue is as close as I can remember, but not verbatim. My wife and I were visiting family. Their city has this winter sort of festival thing. It's cold, but they don't get heaps of snow. Everyone gets into their cold weather gear and goes out to grab some good hot food, watch some performance, ice skate, etc. I was helping some family with a little home renovation, mostly the destruction part, and lost track of time. I get to where the heck are you call from the wife, and subsequently hustle my way over there unshowered and still wearing my contractor attire. So,
Dan, pinatira sa CR.
angry wife wearing an old black hoodie, a beanie, and my multi-pocketed gilded pants.
Salamat, Sikoy. Sali, saglit lang ha.
Eventually splits off into maybe half a dozen separate lines to get a ticket and enter the grounds. We get to our ticket booth and ask for 2 adult tickets. The girl manning the booth sort of sighs at us, takes my card, runs it, and says, 2 adults and 3 kids. Wife and I look at each other. It's pretty loud with all the people, but she definitely said 3 kids, right? So I correct her and say, no, just the 2 adults, please. Ticket lady looks like she's well and truly over this festival and its patrons. Tells me, look guys, a family pass is only $2 extra, and the kids have to be counted for fire safety. My generally happy demeanor is starting to slip. I said 2 adults, please. We don't have any kids. The ticket lady leans out of the booth, points down, and says in her best teenage
Sali,
sense,
Kika.
I followed her finger and FB if there aren't 3 kids right next to me. The kids are maybe 8, 5, and 3. I'm bad with kids' ages, but I have relatives with kids those ages, and that
Sali.
seemed about right. The biggest
Uy,
one
bakit
has a
nadalawa
handful
yung
of
papel?
needles
Sayang.
on my pants. He's holding another littler boy's hand, and the littler boy is holding the hand of a little girl. I'm just sort of staring at these little people. Ticket lady is smugly triumphant, and it's up to my wife to save the day. Yeah, these aren't our kids. We have no idea where they came from. Ticket lady looks skeptical. Fair enough, we have these kids. Kids don't just randomly appear, except apparently when they do. Until the oldest kid looks up, sees a total stranger, and
Kaluoy, dalawa lang ng tingin kay
these
Mayang.
are not our kids. Ticket lady was looking left at herself. I'm confused how my leg is sprouted 3 sentient beings, and I didn't even notice. It's up to my wife to point out the obvious. Where are these kids' parents? Now we're all frantically looking around for some parents but not seeing anybody. Ticket lady gets on the radio, and a security guy comes
Dan
up and
Virgin.
takes away to lost and found. We sort of have to go with him because the kid
Dan
hasn't
Virgin na
yet
DJ Kapitan. Congrats, lami-lami ka kagabi, lalo na si Tita.
So, there we are, parked and lost and found. They're nice people. and
Galing
sort of
nyo nga, no?
sound
Sa bagay.
They're
Dami
taking
nyo
us
man
from
rin
Lower
ng mga
Street, and
entry
there's
dun
mom
eh.
and dad's phone number. He doesn't. And he isn't keen on giving out their names to strangers. Security guy says that this is pretty common. They get a cop to come in, and the kid starts to spill all the details. The combination of pop, food, and drinks convinced the kids to release their iron grip on my
Sarmek 22.
Security tells me we could go, but at that point we feel a bit responsible, so we hang around. I also want to see the idiot that let the kids go, so we just kind of waited. Didn't have to wait too long in the end. A frantic guy ran up to the tent. And
Lipag lang talaga magpa-entry para daming chance. Tino-audio na, Kikay. Salamat, Sarmek 22. Tama ka dyan talaga. Pag hindi talaga masipag magpa-entry, tapos pagdating ng Grand LS, tapos sasabihin, hindi siya nananalo, ando na yung reason doon. Kunti lang yung entry niya.
wife, and I can hear her crying with relief.
Ay, nauuhaw ako.
Notice that this apparently happens all the time. He wipes his nose and grabs the leg that looks like the right one, and the family separates. We shake hands with the dad and the cop, hand off the kids, and go back to the ticket line. A slightly less smug ticket lady reverses the family charge on our card and lets us in for free. We had a good time and got a story out of it, so I guess all's well that ends well. The story is, I finally did it. Yesterday at about 2:30, I was shopping at my local Smiley Face box store. As I usually do, I stop and check their app.
Yung madami namang entry pero bukya, tawag doon, lasma talaga, malas. Pasaway, makikay.
We all saw how verbally obscene I've been in the past. This time I was going to play nice. This lady didn't look like the stereotype parent. She had red highlights.
Yun talaga ang tawag doon. Andun sa kabilang bahay, naglaba kasi nasira yung gripo dito sa kung sa Bisaya, sa guwa, diri ba sa labas. Nasira, naputol, inayos ko, hindi mo siya makapag-antay. Sabi na doon lang ako maglabas, kabila maluwag doon labahan. Kanya yung buong parking area, sa maglaba.
The app said you have one in stock, but the slot is empty. Karen,
Sorry.
Me? I am? Well, I guess I can go back with you to check. I'm not exactly sure how that would work, but I'm game. Karen, excuse me, you're the one who works here. Me? Pretty sure I don't. However, judging by your blue shirt, you're the employee I requested 15 minutes ago. You have any idea what it's like to wait? Well, then why would you come up to a customer who is obviously waiting on somebody and then tell them you've been waiting for their attention for 10 minutes? Karen, I didn't. Me, yes you did. Now don't lie to me twice. Do we need to get your manager up here? At this point, she lets out the loudest type of sound and walks out mouthing something under her breath. I continued my shopping and ultimately checked out. Probably the most fun I've ever had diffusing a situation without the use of profanity and without an actual employee being involved. The last story is, Karen tried to get pizza from me, part 2. If you haven't listened to part 1 of this story, you can find it here. Or a TLDR for your convenience. I went to a pizza joint on my way home from work a couple days ago. While still
Ang sexy naman talaga ni Inday Marie. Sobrang kasiksi mo naman, Inday. Sana all.
She didn't believe me, so I showed her the logo on my uniform, which is of a chain bakery. I knew she was plain stupid or decided to double down, but she kept going. In the end, I walked away with a free slice, and she was demanding a free pizza from the manager there. Anyway, I just got home from work, and I've been itching to post this. So on shift today was myself, my manager, an angel by the way, and my buddy. Let's call him James. I told him what happened the day I posted the story, which was the day after it happened. Partly because I wanted to get my
Di pa kasi umalis siya ang bruhang Tiborsia Cakes. Tapos ako maglinis sa inis ka na, silip-silip ka lang. Maglinis ka na, Inday, kay wala naman tao. Kayo lang naman dalawa ni Kikay dyan. Kiatay. Tambay lang sipi ko sa'yo, Ate Mayangin. Dan po sa nakapin, palayasin mo na. Ay, nako. Sarmek, dan ka na sa 3. Ay, grasya. Sarmek, 20,000. Ako, nung kumakain, nakalinis ko yung kwarto nila. 22, Sarmek 22. Kaway-kaway daw, Sarmek, sabi ni Kikay. Hi, Sis Irene, sabi ni Sarmek. Ayan, Sarmek, 3 sa'yo. Ayun. Kanina yung pagpasok mo, meron na, nalista ko na kanina.
It wasn't. I nodded and she started laughing too. After I explained what happened, my district manager let me know to go ahead and have the number blocked. Bakery employee 1, Karen 0. Thanks for watching. If you want more stories, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. See you next time.
Sakit sa mata talaga yung ilaw ko. Kainis talaga. Patay mo nga, yung kusina lang pailawin mo. Nahihilo ako dito sa computer eh, lalong lakas. Patay mo. Kasi lalong mano dito sa computer oh. So, Ginoo, di ko makita na. Sisirain mo talaga yung ano ni Papa mo no. Walang ano man, Sarmek. Oh, doon. Yan. Di ba? Malinaw na dyan. Saan yung umiilaw pa rin man ngayon? Ang lakas. Yan, ganyan. Hindi na masakit ang kamunduhan ko. Miga love, shout out dyan sa nagtatago dyan na hindi nagpapakita.
One of the best engineers I've worked with and top level. It should be noted that he was a professional engineer. Not quite as confident as a conveyor engineer, just a standard net/mining engineer. IBE, idiot boss engineer, slightly more confident than BCE, not a professional conveyor engineer either. CB, the conveyor.
Pasok na kayo sa aking YouTube channel, guys. Marisol Tagalog, mega love, shout out to you. Maricoy, Sarmik Sisi, sabi ni Irene.
Think sour gas at over 1,000 degrees Celsius? You have an idea of how difficult it was to find an alloy that would handle it.
Hi Kika, hi kay Madami Nora. Hi Madam Nora, mega love, shout out to you, Madam Nora.
For a while, I glorified in my SWK SAC title, but then I felt that sensation.
Nora De Vera.
For those of you who don't know what that feels like, it's sort of similar to the stretching one would feel from an unlubricated sandpaper dildo. Gently thrusting the
Nag-ano pala si Sarmek? Nag-live ba si Sarmek? Nag-live ka, Sarmek? Nag-pop up ka dito eh.
Two conveyors only, both about the same size at about 250 meters long. I go chat to the engineer. Me, hi FB, I'm the one responsible.
Si ate man siguro ne.
FB, nice to meet you. I've completed the preliminary design, and we're ready to go out to tender.
Hindi ko maklaro, hindi makita dito yung ano comment eh. Ayaw yata magtrabaho nitong Tiborsia patay na Ate Jelly! Na ako inday, mao lagi nakiting kog si ate man siguro ni. Nainip ako dito sa channel ko kay 2 tao lang nanonood. Si Inday Irene lang, si Bakikay, o si Nora. Kaya nag-live ako sa FB. Walang tao dito sa ano ko te. Ay nako, giatay. Nag-YouTube ko te. Nasa YouTube ko, ayan o. Kalang. Tingnan si ate, wala ko sa YouTube. Naamag ko sa YouTube, ayan o. O, tingnan mo viewers ko. Ilang piraso lang. Busy mga tao kay nang lakaw, Domingo man. Ayan o. Si Inday Irene. Si Kikay. Simpulhan mo, waka-waka, simplihan mo ha. Simplihan man jod.
So I go have a chat with DC. Now at this point I was unaware of the DC aspect and thought of him just as easy. So when he told me about all the complications of the package, the changes needed to put across.
Maulagi mga busy ang mga katawhanan. Simplihan ikaw kay ikaw di promotor diha baki kay. Apat na. Yun, apat na. Apat na sila kabuok.
You gotta stop DCE. He's out of control. And we're gonna stop work completely until he gets his SH together. Me. What? What's going on?
Day off ko ngayon, te, kaya nagla-live ako.
The changes are inconsistent. He supersedes some revisions.
Walang construction ngayon.
How are you getting the drawings? CB. He sent them all via email. Me. Not via dot control.
Klaro sa FB. Ay, dili klaro sa FB, te.
Email, please, so I can review.
Klarong-klaro sa FB. Dalawang tao sa YouTube. Buksan mga ilaw mo na. Ngayon, buksan mo dito. Oh, dali. Nainip ako eh. Nagbabasa ng ano yung asawa ko. Nag-reading book siya. Diba? Klarong-klaro natin, oh. Klaro na yung katabaan ko. Klaro kayo ka. Uy, Bakikay, magkwento ka na dyan. Nainip na ako dito, Bakikay. Magkwento ka na dyan. Patayin ilaw kanina ngayon. Buksan naman. Yatay, magulo. Magulo sa parato. Paano nga? O, yan o. Lakas kasi nag-ilaw eh. Dan sa video mo ng gabi. Bigyan mo soft drinks, papa mo doon mo na. Tingnan mo yung number punch ko dito si Ate Julie. Ate Julie Labella. Labella. Wala kang trabaho, te? Nasulat ko na si Sikoy. Sali. Tawa siya. Ay, atay ng trabaho eh. Ako din, pengi soft drinks, oy. O, dali. Hindi pa dyan gumabong, anig mo inom kayo. Ay, hindi ako nabubusog, hindi ako na, dito masyado. Sarap talaga yung ano.
I'm not sure that's correct. I've compiled a list of the drawings. They say were sent, and a short summary of the design change required. You can see the drawings appear in your version and earlier version.
Aba, nagparehaan. 5 sa Facebook, 5 sa YouTube. Ay, giatay.
We agree to use those for fabrication. I mean, fine, whatever. Epic, finally. We can start work on this 7 weeks later. Things progress. CV's engineer produces a set of workshop drawings, which they submit to us for information.
Uli nagikan sa work. Uli na di ay. Bintaha kay Padong na magpahinga, te.
I've made some markups. So we go around the carousel again. This time, however, CV's engineer isn't playing ball. He flat out disagrees that IDE's changes are warranted. And it's crystal clear that he feels like his professional competence has been questioned, and that he thinks IDE is an idiot. PRE.
Kapitan, mamaya kayo naman lami kay Monique. Oh, yan sila. Dami yung entry kay Monique eh.
Starting at 1 p.m. The drawings first, please. So IDE, CV, PRE, and I all assemble in our conference room. IDE. So we're here because the necessary design change.
Ano yan natin? Nagda-drive ka pa niyan? Nagda-drive ka pa niyan? Nag-ano?
Tempers flare. Things get very heated until PRE holds up his hand for science. PRE. I'll work through these drawings and get you an answer that will be the project's position. Now, everyone thought that meant that PRE would take the drawings away and come back in a few days.
Nagpalibre talaga. Bakit hindi ka nanalo kagabi si Koy? Alam ko nanalo ka rin ata nun eh. Ako, nag-present ako. Wala na eh. Hindi naman umabot. Napakabagal signal ko. Kaasar talaga eh.
I reviewed the drawings and CDs. The engineer's correct. He then walks out. The workshop drawings get approved. Conveyors get made, and the project lurches forward only 10 weeks delay. The second story. You want to do your job now? I'll hold you to it. Setting the stage. This story takes place in the summer of 2020. I joined my boyfriend.
Nag-present ako bakikay. Diyos ko, bakikay, hindi mo lang alam. Nag-present ako. Sos, nagpa-load pa nga ako para lang umano talaga. Wala eh. Elsa Delgado, Miga Love, share saan ba siya? Dan Agnes Val. Nag-present ako, nanonood na kaya ako, kaso pag magsusulat ako, yung gumaganon-ganon lang, niikot-ikot ang kamunduhan, pungal. Sinong nanalo kagabi? Marami man sila nanalo kagabi, te. Nalo sana ako 500 WH, kaso sumama sa cellphone ko yung kumaring loading. Wala kasi kami internet sa SPC kagabi, nagpa-load ako. Sos, wala din namang nangyari na nagpa-load ako. Hindi nga na-send, di ba? Pinasa ko pa nga sa'yo eh. Oh, WH yun eh. Madami ba na panalunan? Oh, loading te, kinaludingan. Daog untak ko. Basta Tita LC. Laki kaya na panalo, laki panalo ni Ate LC. Kasi kasama yun siya sa 3,000, di ba? Yung bunot doon sa may sa may ampaw. Torbeck, shout out to ninyo diha, ninyong tanan, sis. Torbeck Escario, Austria. Gabi galap, shout out to you, boss. Saan jackpot? Siya talaga? Wow. Magkano ba yung hindi ko kasi masyadong naririnig, di ba? 1 up to 5 at 1 up to 5 yung ampaw.
The last story is, guy from work tried to undermine me, but I quit to go. This happened only a month ago, so the memory of the incident is fresh. I got accepted into college and had to quit my job for 2 years.
Tricky ang jackpot. Akala ko yung doon. Pero may mga laman lahat yung kay. Ipapadala daw ni Ate LC yung halo-halo, bakikay. Bakit lumalaki yun dito kapag tatawa ako? Ipadala mo rin yung akin, te. Tilse, ipadala mo rin sa akin dito. Nanalo si LC pala yung panalo, ate. Ate Julie. Si LC Belgado yung Belgado. Ng jackpot na 3,000. Abangan ko yan, tita.
I handle an important client-facing task, and I've been doing it for the 2 years I worked there. I never talked to anyone else, because it was a relatively easy task, and it hasn't been screwed up.
Dan Lucky Jackie.
We get info from the client that my task was undergoing major upgrades. Done extra carefully, and on priority for the next week. I know the drill and get to work as usual. Mr. S calls me up on Skype to reemphasize the importance of the task this week.
Si Koy Sale. Dan TikTok Bay ng Pinas. Congrats LC, sabi ni Ate Julie, si LC, congrats daw.
He then cut the call and proceeded to reassign all my tasks for the next 2 months to someone else, while also formally emailing everybody that no new tasks were to be assigned to me. There I sat, maliciously confined, watching my teammates struggle to run my tasks, unable to help. I sat around doing nothing for the last 2 months of my job. Luckily, I was working from home, so that meant 2 months of paid leave. He just stuck to his guns and avoided me for the rest of my notice period. He still hates me. The last time he came up to me for help was glorious, because I could see the difference in his voice. I was the only one.
Congrats, Ate LC, sabi ni TikTok.
I hope you love these stories. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to know when the new videos come out.
Kuanite, kanang mag-run LS ako karong November 20. Pinapa-entryhan ko yung mga nag-sponsor. Sponsor sila ng WH, tapos yung iba may 1,000, may 500, ganyan. Ang grand raffle, karong November 20. Tapos akong ibaba ilang balay. Akong ibaba dire sa YouTube ilang mga balay. Mo na yung ipa-entryhan. Salamat TikTok, salamat diretso naman sa mga bayarin. Sabi ni Elsie. Mao na akong gipa-entryhan karing nag-sponsor nako. Aba, nandyan din si Sikoy Sali, oh. Jennifer, ate Jennifer. Dito na naman ako si Sikoy. Nalilito ng kabunduhan. Ginawa ko. Sali. Ganun ba? Oo, te. David, mega love, shout out David. Hello po Ma'am Jolly, sabi ni Sikoy Sali. Dan Irene, para sa'yo talaga yon Ate Elsie. Tama. Si Elsie. Bago lang to si Ate Elsie nag-ano na bit-bit ni ni si Sally. Okay lang Inday, Jenros. Sorry guys, sorry. Nag-live ako sa YouTube ko Inday. Pati sa FB.
It's not a toy, Omega.
Copy it. Why are we going to old men's house? I thought the plan was to lay low.
Walang trabaho ngayon eh.
Follow bounty hunters after you. We need to find out why.
Bukas pa magtrabaho.
Might be able to help.
Loading talaga ako. Hay, may kasama ka ring loading.
Will anyone have a better option?
O nga TikTok. Nagbunga rin ang pinaghihirapan papa-entry, di makakain para lang matapos pagpapa-entry. Grabe. Loading talaga. Ay, naku, nandun na naman si Inday Irene, no? Lumipat na. Hindi pa tapos ba mo? Hindi pa, te. Nagpipinising pa lang. Nagpipinising pa lang sila, tapos pagtapos magpinising, inayos lahat yung mga pinisingan, yung mga may kulang-kulang sa mga haligi, ganyan, di ba? Ayusin pa yan. Tapos, mag-ano na. Salamat, Inday Irene, sexy. Mag-ano na, mag-tiles na, kaso inaayos pa eh. Inaayos mga haligi, may mga kunting hindi ayos, tapos mga ganon. Gusto ko kasi makalipat na kami ngayong December puhon ba. Buot kayo ni akong balay usa eh. Oh, duhate. Irene, ate, sabi ni Inday Irene. Duhate kane. Kane, manay parkingan, ako na lang ning paabangan puhon. Kaluyan sa Ginoo makabalhin na may dito sa Pikas.
Was I not clear? You're in the wrong place. So unless you spend money, get lost.
Oh, wow. Wala God, kanang ginagmayang payag ra gud te. Di gud pareha ng mga enjuha nga mga dagko. Di man in taon ko dato ate. Lamia in taon pud mo dato ta.
What's your deal, Tiny?
You're fit.
Lami untag mo dato ta ten, so man ang igo-igo ra man makakaog katulog sa usang adlaw.
Simple. Seems the only one to have fun. So, we came all this way.
Dili ko dato ti ay pa-entry bago kog dato pa ko.
I had a good thing going with the Jedi. They valued my insights. But now that
Diha ka dako tong iyong gitukod.
demand for my service.
Oh, dako to kay saan eh.
Thanks to this new empire.
Times have changed. For all of
I'm kidding. I never had some deserters come to me before.
Yes, Val.
So
Muna-muna ang panikamot mo te para makabalay.
you think you care. Cut to it and tell me what you want.
Dan, did you pink noise?
By all means, make yourself at home.
We encountered this woman on Pandora. You know who she is.
No, but I know about
I live on ano,
Can you
FB
find out
papa
why?
because I don't have people here in my YouTube. Duha ra man ang bayad te kani. Bayad na ni katong usa kuwang pa kog duha ka tuig ato.
That's how this mercenary thing works.
Nato ana si TikTok be himbalhin na.
Clearly, the kid's the brains of your operation.
O nga TikTok.
What kind of job?
Nalista ko na
A
Ilse.
rescue. There's a nice bounty on a kid named Lucia. My sources say she was taken by Ziberian slavers who are holed up on the other side of the planet. Bring me the kid, and I'll get you your info.
Who collects the bounty?
Oh, look, it talks.
Okay ra ti oy, wa may tao pud ti. Wa man poy magpa-entry kay way tao. Ang tao ari kay si Ilse ra mag si Irene. O si Kikay, upat ra man ni kabuok kanang naa din na sa live mao punay tao ari. Di man makita ari FB. Okay ra ti oy. Oy problema in town. Yes, Inday are oh. Inday Irene. Oh, oh, di dyan makita.
Ziberian slave traders are hiding in the ruins of old Naten city.
What's his
Oh,
name?
ginoo, gikapoy na ba ko Inday Irene ay magpahuway na ko Inday Irene. Tulo ra man pumukabuok ana Inday. Bukas na lang ulit Inday, humpat yun aning YouTube.
Doesn't seem.
Maghinlo na kadiha oy.
We are going to stop it from happening to that kid.
As well as an decent.
Inday Irene, Elise, Sisikoy Sale, Kikay. Patayin ko na lang, wala naman tao kay. Kayo lang. Marlon, mega mega love, shout out to you Sir Marlon. Oh, katugon ko te. Oh, wala namang ibang pa-entryhan ah. Yun lang yun. Nagdoble-doble na nga eh. Salamat eh. Bye-bye. Kay. Ayay.
I have an issue. I only see one child.
Eh wala naman eh. Kayo lang nandyan. Nakatambay. Sige na, Bakikay. Salamat.